There are just some games that are confidence boosters in these series, and this was the win that the Knicks needed. The Knicks defeat the Pacers on the road in Game 3 to cut the series lead down to 2-1, 106 to 100. And this kind of followed the same formula as Game 1, maybe not to the crazy extent where the Knicks gave up like a 9-point lead with 50 seconds left, but the Pacers had, control of most of this game for the first 3 quarters, and the Knicks took some big-time heroics from Karl-Anthony Towns to win the fourth quarter and ultimately win the game. Because, man, it was rough in that first half for the Knicks. It felt like it was Jalen Brunson or nothing. Only OG Anunoby was really hitting his shots. And it felt like the Pacers just had the New York Knicks on the ropes. Like, Tom Thibodeau was trying to pull anything out of thin air. Bringing on DeLon Wright. Bringing on Landry Shaman. Starting Mitchell Robinson. Just trying to find anything. Anything for them to counteract this Indiana Pacer team. And man, did it look bad in that second quarter when the Pacers went on that 13-0 run. A 13-0 run which had Indiana fans rocking, which included a lob to Obi Toppin, a 3-point shot from Tyrese Halliburton, and a dunk from Tyrese Halliburton. Like, it just felt like it was absolutely insane in that arena. But Reggie Miller said on the broadcast in the end of that second quarter, and he brought it up again in the fourth quarter, where it felt like the Indiana Pacers had a chance to step on their neck, force the Knicks to go into the half with like a 18 to 20 point lead, and they kind of just let the Knicks get back a little bit. It could have been a 10-point lead at the half for the Pacers, but it ended up being 13. But it gave the Knicks just a little bit of life, just a little bit of hope going into the second half. And they were chipping away, until they waited for that explosion to happen, and it came in the form of Karl-Anthony Towns. A guy who had 2 or 4 points going to the fourth quarter, and then absolutely took the game over, had a 20-plus point fourth quarter, and brought the Knicks back and from dire straits in order to win this game. And they were on the ropes, because not only did Karl-Anthony Towns was struggling, but Jalen Brunson had 5 fouls in the fourth quarter. Karl-Anthony Towns himself had 5 fouls going into the fourth quarter, and they just needed something from one of their 2 stars, and it wasn't Jalen Brunson this time, even though he had some big plays in the fourth. It was mostly Karl-Anthony Towns. Incredible quick release threes, a poster in the paint, some and ones, just an insane arsenal of offensive production from Karl-Anthony Towns. And I truly believe this. No one on this Pacer team can stop Karl-Anthony Towns one-on-one, and he showcased that in that fourth quarter. Obviously, the Pacers did their best to stop that bleeding, but Jalen Brunson was able to come back in, hit some big free throws, hit a nice mid-range jumper. And yes, the Knicks were able to get this win. Their backs were against the wall. They needed to respond, and this is the type of win that, gets their confidence back. Because now they know that even when they're in those dire straits, they have the heart, they have the effort, the willpower to bring themselves back in this game. And it felt like it was only Indiana that had that at the time being. Good win for the Knicks. It would be absolutely massive if they're able to win Game 4. But can the Pacers respond? At this point, it's the first team that wins the game at home is going to win the series.